Mercedes desire.
I see 3 people right now commenting, and it says that it's 8 people on live. Where everybody at? Let me see y'all kings and queens. Let me see y'all. Let y'all presence be known. Come on now. Let y'all presence be known. You guys know how I am. We royal over here, right? Empresses and emperors. All right, so I'm not going to take too long. Just let everyone know that you are on, so they can hop onto the live really quick and get some of these juices that I normally do on my little Saturdays motivational calls. I hope you guys had a wonderful week for BYOBFX and trading. Y'all saw what happened to Bitcoin? Yes. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go and talk straight in. Okay, I want to talk on something that is called Cybernetics. Okay, if you guys don't know what this means, is basically we actually do this and use this in our everyday life. You know, it's like when you look at your past and you think about the things that you went through and the situations that you had, you always had that little voice inside of you, right? That it is kind of telling you, you're going to win. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. You can do this, right? Now, I spent a lot of time with that part of me, because I was mostly by myself and I was the only child. So I spent a lot of time, listening to other parts inside of me, guiding me, And believe it or not, it's very powerful when you can move and feel confident in what you're doing. So even though you lost, it's still okay because you put in your all, right? In every situation that I've been with, not every situation, but in every company that I've worked for, I was the one that had to go, right? I was the one that chose, okay, well, this don't serve me no more, except my last, they just went out of business. But what I'm saying is you always put in your all in any situation. You always represent yourself. Whatever it is that you want to be, start being it now. Okay, this is what cybernetics mean. Okay, y'all can look it up. Psycho is Psycho. Cybernetics. Cybernetic is Cybernetic, right? Cybernetics. Okay, so you got cybernetics. It basically means, y'all ready for this? It basically means letting go of your past and current self-image. Letting go of your past and current self-image. That is something that a lot of people is struggling with right now. That is why they're not able to go any further from where they are, because they're not able to break through that. It's called cybernetics. Okay, a lot of people, it's hard for them to let go of their past and what they knew and who they were to be able to become who they're supposed to become. Okay, because if what you knew is not working for you, why are you holding on to it? Right? So it's basically visualizing what you want to become. You visualize that person that you want to become, and you are it now. Okay, don't think about, okay, when I get to a certain point, I'm gonna act like this. Or no, right now, that's who you start acting like. Okay, so if you have an idea what $1 million to you feel like inside of you, then you start acting like that $1 million is already there. Do you get what I'm saying? This is very powerful. So you have to see yourself as that person already. You have to start moving as that person already. And I'm telling you what I'm telling you because I've tested it. Okay? I've tested it, and it is real and it works. When I went through my spiritual journey that I shared with you guys in a few calls back, You know, for a whole year, I made a decision to take a break from all this making money, this and that and extra stuff, and really going inside of myself and you know, just releasing and being me in its full entirety. And when I did that and I said to be me in my full entirety, I'll tell you now, this is not the same person. You know, I have pictures and everything, you know, but it was really me, my free spirit, you know. And then when I first started the business and into the business industry, and I had to be in front of big companies and stuff like that, you know, I felt that I had to dress a certain way. I had to look a certain way. I had to talk a certain way. I had to be a certain way, right? Either it was me or not, but I had to become that person to be able to fulfill the things that I need to fulfill and get the results that I needed to get, right? And in the midst of that, you can lose yourself. In the midst of that, you can lose yourself. Because if that's not naturally you, people will catch it. And that's why business won't work for you. You know, because people will realize that person is not being authentic. That's not that person, you know. And at the end of the day, everybody respect when you being real, okay? When you being real with yourself, everybody respect that. No matter how bad it looks or what the situation is, let me tell you something. People know when you being real, because that means you're doing something that they're not able to do. You were able to expose something that most people won't expose. They know what it is. They know what it is. So expose you and be you. And if the you that you are now is not you, or is not what you want to be, then start acting like that person that you want to be, that you know is you and is inside of you. Do y'all get where I'm going with this, right? Stop playing around. This is your life. And on top of that, if you have a responsibility, it's not only your life, but it's everybody's life that is on top of yours, especially when you have kids. I don't know why I'm going in right now. I wasn't expecting to go in this car right now. You know, but time, waiting, a lot of people say, well, I'm waiting till I get to a certain point. I'm waiting until that time comes when I'm like this and like that, Anna, right? But guess what? You know what you're doing? You delaying the process. You're delaying. You creating a delay in your life to get where that space or that it is that you want to get. Because the truth of the reality is, it's just getting there. Okay, if you want to be in front of millionaires, take your ass to millionaires. Okay, don't sit there and think that you got to be a certain person to be in front of a millionaire. No, you go and you find out where they at and get in front of them. They don't need to know who you are. But if you believe in who you are and you have that confidence that you know if you get in front of the millionaire, it is going to be what it is because you are who you are. And at the end of the day, you got to hold your stuff and your value where it needs to be. You know, sometimes you need to hold yourself at a certain level, you know, to feel that confidence. And some confidence don't come until you break through certain things. You know, when you realize that you thought you couldn't do, you actually did. You actually made it happen, right? So we have here something called the law of reciprocation, right? The law of reciprocity, right? Which is reciprocation. What you give out is what you receive. So if you give out the real, you're going to get the real. Y'all get where I'm going with this? You give out the real, you're going to get the real. So if your love is pure, if the words is pure, is everything about you, the things that you share is pure, you're going to get back pure, okay? Now, we all know, at the end of the day, the enemy is always going to find ways to slide through. But how you handle it is to say what the outcome of that situation, what that darkness that slid through is going to affect. Because at the end of the day, that's it, that darkness that came in your life, you can take that as the light that was brought in your life. It's all a perception of how you see things. A bad situation can be considered bad if you consider it bad. For me, every situation is good, you know, because you learn something from it. No matter how crazy it may have seemed, right? So at the end of the day, you got to get rid of thinking, you know, the way those people, right? Like, get rid of thinking of the thinking of those around you when it comes to money. Okay, if you're around people that have a bad perception about money, that is scared to make money, or is scared of look, a lot of people are scared of money. You might be scared of money, you don't even know it. Okay, but let me show you how you scared of money. This is something I learned too, you know, from my past experience when I started my business, right? I would keep the price low because I felt that by me keeping the price low, it will bring more people, right? And even though I knew that the quality and the value that I was providing to them was like 10 times what I was giving them. Okay? And then I thought, okay, well, the people that is coming into my life, you know, that needs help, you know, they can't afford it. They can't afford it, right? No, that's not your problem. Because guess what? If you being real with your value, and you're showing your value, and you letting people know, look, if you mess with me, you finna get this. Okay, and if this costs $500 to get done, if you wanted it to get done by me, to come from me, you know it's gonna be all the way through. Ain't nobody else out there doing what I'm doing, right? They're gonna pay that $500, and sometimes they're not paying that $500 for what they're getting. They're paying that $500 because it's coming from you. Okay, and then that goes back to reciprocation and you being real with yourself, right? Money can smell fear. Money can smell fear. If you ask me, money is a spirit too, right? It will literally run the other direction. So what happens is you keep your prices low, guess what? You're going to keep getting those same type of people that you're just like, yo, where these people coming from? You know, I keep getting these same type of people, you know, you getting frustrated and different. No. You raise your value up high, your value gonna get high. Okay? You gotta break this down. Don't be afraid to get the money. Okay? The one thing that I learned from being mentored from Grant, where my money at? Where my money at? Right? This is so real. This is so real. Where my money at? Your money is everywhere. Everywhere. Y'all know this because I'm always telling you this, but your money is everywhere. And if money can smell fear and you don't know you're fearing it, this is why I'm sharing this with you. Now that you're aware that you can actually be scared of money, but you're not aware that you are scared of money. If you can't raise your prices, that means you're scared of money. Okay? If you can't raise your prices, you're scared of money. It's just like if you can't raise yourself to a certain level, it's because you are scared of certain levels, right? And it goes back to the unknown. It goes back to the unknown of that you know. And most people have issues with the unknown. Some people rather stay where they at because they're already comfortable and situated than to go and do something way different that they've never experienced, that they're not aware of, that they don't know. You know, not knowing that if they can take that leap of faith, it can literally change their life and give them something that they've even never thought would be possible in their life to have. Okay? Yes, Kendra, the value you see of yourself is the reflection of, you'll see, of what you see. Yo, it's so real out here. I don't know how long this call was, and I probably went in, and you know what, I feel like this is something that I needed to say. Somebody out there probably needed to hear, because people playing out here with their life, and it's not just your life, but other people's life. If you have people around you that is counting on you, and you just over here trying to wing it, ain't shit to wing. Just make the shit happen. Okay? And if you have people following you, they watching you. And if you over here stressing out because the next person ain't getting done what they getting done, then you need to look at yourself and see what you're doing. Because obviously you ain't activating them, or you ain't making them feel a certain way, you know, to where it would want them to move. You know, sometimes you ain't moving enough. It's not that you're not moving fast enough. It's that you're not moving. You're not putting that energy that needs to be put. So it's like, why should I put that energy if that person is not putting that energy? You can't have expectation of another if you already haven't already met those expectations yourself, right? So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mercedes Desire Falcon. You can find me all across the board, Mercedes Desire. I am me, and I love you extremely. Let's grow. I love ya. You're welcome for now.
I am me, and I love you extremely. I am me, and I love you extremely. I am me, and I love you extremely. I am me, and I love you extremely.